or the glorification of self-realization. This is what self needs to learn.
Yep.
Okay, Janaka said 4.1, instruction 4.1. Surely one who knows self, capital S, though he plays the game of life, differs greatly from the world's bewildered, burdened beasts, athletes. I was one.
Me too.
Until I became self, KOS. And I don't even play ball no more. Everybody still wants you to go play ball when you say you don't play ball. You tell them you do education, boy, they still don't want to get educated. That's why people are dumb, and you ain't gonna catch me with the dummies. You gonna catch me into the knowledge.
They'll play ball before they study.
I've been with them.
Let's play study. Let's call that a game.
We done played basketball from morning to the sun is hot. You'll be out there sweating in the sun. And you can ask to be reading, get some education in a cool building.
And you using all your strength and energy, running up and down that court and all, and what did you profit behind that? Nothing about mess your body up and your life. Ain't nothing to do with the truth.
Nothing.
Just a game.
All falsehood.
Just a game.
And they are advertising that to all of the world.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so happy not to be a part of any of that. I have my own. I don't play about this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting around waiting on no man to judge me. I ain't sitting around no man to teach me.
Right on.
I can read and write myself. I'll take all the time I need to read what I need to read. Yeah. Go get dictionaries, go get thesauruses, go get unabridged, go get law dictionary. It don't matter. If it takes, that's what it takes. It's gonna get done.
Yeah.
I don't like lazy people. Me, myself, ain't lazy. To get the self-knowledge, you can't be lazy. I'm so not lazy, I made the school creator reward. They had the creator reward. And they called it the hustle reward.
Sure did.
I had to make them create a hustling reward because I go and get it. So when I'm talking about that was for the foolishness, I go even 10 times harder for the knowledge.
Right on.
So now when they're talking about dying this way, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my end time. I'm dying this way. So you might as well get over it. So when we are speaking about,
go ahead, finish that.
When we are speaking about self for me is eternal. It's immortal. So I don't have to think how you think. I don't know what you know. I don't have to be what you be. When it comes to self is uniquely self. And all the times I have seen push forward, I have not seen great knowledge come out of the southern belt yet. And we're supposed to have tens and thousands of people in high level places. Bismillah, BS. I'm 36 years old. You won't fool me no more. At these times, we are talking about what you can do. What you can do is stop all foolishness.
This time.
And this is what I'm doing. A piece of wisdom.
I just want to say to that 4-1, playing the games of life. You know, it's just amazing. One word they called the Olympics. In all the countries, all the country get together and play games. So you mean to tell me they can get together and play games, but they can't get together and let's sit down and play the game of truth? They ain't interested in that. That goes to show you the interest, what their best interest and what they have on their mind in having everybody wrapped up in the Olympics. See? We can all come together, all walks of life, but we can't come together in truth. I put a period on that.
Well, I'm glad to have a self, because I witnessed the same thing, but I got a self, so none of those things apply to me. They apply to whoever they apply to, but I'm letting it be known they don't apply to me. When it comes to self-knowledge, this not in the South. This the first time it ever been in the South. So it got to show its tail. It got to show how it looks like. Yeah. So those who come after won't ever get tricked again by this weak magic, this weak tricknology, this weak sorcery called book magic.
Book magic.
Now I bet again, after what I get done, you won't love a book again. You're gonna have this one book to suffer on, and after that, all books can stay where they at.
Gold and gold.
Because none of those books is expressing what's in this book. And these are your divine constitutional rights. Believe it or not, I wouldn't care. I know mine. You won't step on mine. So when we talking about knowing your rights, this is called self-knowledge. So the more self-knowledge you have, then you know your rights to life. You don't have to play the game when you know your rights to life.
That's right.
Like I said, this come from not being in prison learning how to read. This come from doing it on my own time. I didn't get set in jail to go learn and go read books. No, I did this on my own time in the city. So no one can tell me the power that's in self. So the things that you don't need is cars, clothes, and these things. These things are the farthest things that'll take you into darkness, because you're not adept enough to have these master machines. I seen people got cars ain't been nowhere. I seen people who ain't going nowhere. They don't know what to do with cars, who to see, where to go, any of this. And ain't no cars in heaven. You tell me where you see flying cars at. Nothing but the ignorant man making what he making in his ignorance. Even 1,000 years from now, you won't be remembered. You thought about that? So what are you living for? The people here?
That's correct.
4.2, the instruction says, truly the yogi feels no elation, though he abides in the exalted state, yearned for by Indra and all the jealous gods, discontented, unhappy, because they got no self-knowledge. 4.3, surely one who knows that is not touched by virtue or vice, just as space is not touched by smoke, though it seems to be. I've been shot. My body was shot, not myself. Myself is here still alive. The body was dead then. Self picked myself up. Self picked my body up. This is why I'm here today. I could have laid on the ground like any weakling. But self that's in all, and all that's in self, is immortal. So you don't have to tell me about these things. I know from first-hand experience, self is immortal. The knowledge just had to get pursued. So after being shot, I had to pursue knowledge, because that's what I wanted. And once I pursued knowledge, this is where all the answers became known. It says on 4.4, who can prevent the great soul who knows the universe as self from living life as it comes? Question mark. 4.5, of the four kinds of beings, from Brahma to a blade of grass, only the sage can renounce aversion and desire. Going the wrong way, or a book version. Only a real wise person can reject the wrong way. 4.6, rare, this could be any self. Rare is he who knows himself. You thought $1 million was rare. Knowing yourself, this is the most rarest thing in this world that we in, made by this society, these secret society members.
Yeah.
Rare is he who knows himself as one with no other. The higher self-talk.
Yep.
With no lower self-talk. The higher self is the Lord of the universe. And what Noble Drew Ali told us about the higher self, that the higher self is Allah.
That's right. That's when you done find out.
Yeah, make sure you see the proof right here.
That living entity that's in you, who you think that is?
The higher self is Allah in man, and will not pass away. See, when you know that, your life changes.
Yep.
This is why they never taught that in any colonial school system.
And I see why.
Made by the colonizer.
Yep.
He created his own.
That's right. To
See,
keep you in captivity. That's right.
And that's why I need our people to understand, just like he created his own school system to trick and deceive you, he created his own book.
That's right.
His own Bible.
That's right.
Mimicking our original scriptures.
Yep. That's exactly what he did.
So our people is being duped. And I just hope y'all get this message before you the day of judgment comes.
And we so afraid of him that we afraid to change. We keep going his way.
Yeah.
It's just like the people who keep running down to the voting polls. See?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
He got him. His magic is good.
It's working.
It deceived the best. He told them in the book, even your best, what you call the elect, will be deceived. See, only the wise wouldn't be deceived. I was born to figure this out.
I heard that.
My name, you put my whole name together, which I wouldn't reveal, but it means exactly what I'm doing right now. So when we talking about it is our choice to what? To get money or learning how to be immortal.
That's what we supposed to be doing right there.
Called wisdom. The knowledge of the Creator. The Creator is immortal. This is why the Fatiha opens up with the Creator of existence, Lord of the universe. We ain't talking about Lord God, as they would say in the Bible of Genesis 2. See, the magician is so trickery. This is why it takes so long to get through those texts. Not only is the Bible over 1,000 pages, but you got to understand the whole thing because it's full of words.
It sure is.
Most people ain't got time for that. And if you can hear the voice of the Al Sufayan, that's a good thing if you ain't read the Bible in its entirety. But it's also a bad thing because you won't know what you have. The Sufayan is a savior, but you would know what you had if you didn't read through these holy scriptures. This is why I know what I got, because I've been through the whole 9. And this is for all of humanity. This is not my wisdom. This is who I serve wisdom. And as a servant of him, he wants you to be wise. He wants you to know exactly what he knows.
That's right.
He don't want you under no veil. He don't want you under nothing that's based in inequality. My last line says, he acts as he knows and is never afraid. The gunman came to me and I jumped on the gunman. The gunman fled. Was he really about it? No. These people are just pawns playing, taken over by spirits.
Yep.
And you know how they say it's deeper. They say at 3 o'clock a.m. the devil come out and play.
Yep.
I didn't know that till after I started getting knowledge. But that's when the devil come out and play. And that's what happened to my cousin around that same time.
Yep.
So all this takes a call and recall if you on the path of wisdom. These things happen to people. And it can happen to you. So this is why we have to understand the higher self in man. Woo, woo. And like they always, because there's one thing about the Moorish Quran, it breaks down the best understanding of death for one to be aware of. Because this is the main thing to know. Nothing else needs to be known from self to know that self does not die. But self got to go through something called the ministry of death. And this is what has to be known. If not, then you're going to reincarnate and you're not going to get into eternity. If we don't understand eternity, eternity is existence just like you in an existence. Eternity is universe A. What you in today is universe B. Universe B dies. Everything in universe B dies. How did things come to universe B from universe A? So universe A is your higher self. That's Allah and man. This is a little bit of something we need to know. In flesh of man, there is the higher self. And the higher self is of the resurrection of the dead. This essence, called the higher self, quickened by the holy breath, will raise the substance of the body to a higher tone. See, and this is what we're reading about by awareness, and this is that substance that's within the flesh, that if you don't know what it is, it can't resurrect. Resurrect means to go into eternal existence, everlasting life. You beat the game of life. Called you beat death. The game ain't in between. The game is at death.
Yep.
Did you study enough to know what to do at the moment of death? And if your study ain't up, you definitely don't know what you need to do. Because ain't nothing but so. If you think calling on Jesus' name, that is called you going to the abyss. I don't know if y'all understand language. You can't be calling on a false name and thinking you going to a true location. Death, Jesus is a made up name, and Jesus didn't call himself Jesus. So if you praying in the name of Jesus, this is called sorcery. You calling on the name of a ghost. And I don't think you want a ghost to visit you. Not in death. Demons are more powerful in the spirit realm. Meaning they can let me make some things clear. In death, demons can transform and look just like your relatives. They can shapeshift, look like your mother, look like your daddy, look like any form. Because it's an illusion. And if we don't know self, then we're going to fall into these traps. And we don't know that these traps are pockets of existences that eventually crash you back down to earth, where you got to get the baby brain again, and you got to learn all of it over from scratch. And if you want to do that, here we go again. This is why it tells us there's a holy ministry in death. This higher self of the flesh cannot be quickened by the holy breath until the body is dissolved. The body must disintegrate. And this is death. That was the beautiful part of knowing the Moorish Holy Quran. To reach that state, all you need to do is pick up the sluggish wheel. Oh, okay. Because I think the next reading on her, she stepped out for a moment.
All right, you want me to take it?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. The fifth, the 4 ways to disillusion. As Tavara said, .1, you are immaculate, touched by nothing. What is there to renounce? Question mark. The mind is complex. Let it go. Know the peace of dissolution. Dissolve. Look at the people today, they so confused in their mind. They so complicated in their mind. You would think, since they've been to school and college, that their mind would be right by now.
That's how we find out.
Huh? But somehow, some way, it's slipping instead of gripping. You heard those saying, slipping and sliding. Or when the road get a little slick, you slide. Just to give you an example, if you've been on a slippery road. And some say I stepped on a banana peel and I slipped. 5.2. The universe arises from you, like form from the sea. Know yourself as one, whole, from head to toe is whole. From toe to head. And anything between is whole. Know yourself as one and enter the peace of dissolution. 5.3. Like an image snake in a rope, the universe appears to exist. In the immaculate self, but does not. Seeing this, you know there is nothing to dissolve. If you can just know yourself. And we do know when we don't know self, we have so many complications. So many troubles, so many sickness, so many. Just so many.
They call it 10,000 things.
10,000 things. Good. Thank you. 5.4. You are perfect. Chainless. Through misery and happiness, hope and despair, life and death. This is the state of dissolution. And you know, it's amazing how we experience life to be born, and then after a while, by and by, death come knocking on the door. This is the fight.
Mm-hmm.
We can't deny that. And between life and death, we got to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the purpose of having life, to get it right. Not get caught up in your jollies, not get caught up in the game of life and play ball, but in truth. If nothing else will do.
You must redeem. If you have a flesh, that means you must redeem yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You must redeem yourself at death. This is why you have a body, because you got to redeem.
That's right.
You came to redeem self. You might have failed other incarnations, but this incarnation, you said to self, I ain't failing. So they have been throwing transformers such as Decepticons to take us out of our Optimus Prime. So we'll never know who we are.
Yep. That's the purpose of that.
So when we say self-knowledge or knowledge of self, this is the greatest gift. This is the Ilah Sufa. This is the greatest gift to ever be given. This is what make all these texts come alive.
Six, the higher knowledge. Janaka said, I am infinite space. The universe is a joke. This I know. No need to renounce, accept, or destroy. I am a shoreless ocean. The universe makes waves. This I know. No need to renounce, accept, or destroy. I am mother of pearl. The universe is the illusion of silk. This I know. No need to renounce, accept, or destroy. I am in all beings. All beings are in me. This I know. No need to renounce, accept, or destroy.
This I know. This I know. This I know.
That's how simple it is for the higher self. It's not a mind complex.
Yeah, no figuring it out.
That's the lower self. Making things complex. The higher self is pure simplicity. Pure purity.
And
Okay.
when you think about all ocean, there's an embankment somewhere. And here it says, I am a shoreless ocean with no bankment. Huh? That's that infinite space we're talking about. Went on and said that I am in all being. Who can deny that? And all beings are in me. Who can deny that? Who gave breath? Did man or woman? Who gave, where did breath come from? Take a moment and think it over. It's time to get it right. Especially when you've been doing it for wrong for so long. And that's our trouble as a people. We've been going wrong for so long. And you see why We're at the bottom rung. More incarcerated, more sick, more everything. More trouble, a sea of trouble when it comes down to us. No allies, no nobody to help you. Here they can help others, our government help others and all, and then invite them over here. But nobody to help us. We don't have no other help but Allah, and Allah alone.
That's why that was always said. Because Allah is self.
That's right.
In all beings.
In all beings. Who can deny that?
All right. This we hitting on the 7th. Our 7th instruction. The nature of self-realization. Janaka said, 7.1, in me, the shoreless ocean, the arc of universe, drifts here and there on the winds of its nature. I am not impatient. 7.2, in me, the shoreless ocean, let the waves of the universe rise and fall as they will. I am neither enhanced nor diminished. 7.3. In me, the shoreless ocean, the universe is imagined. I am still and formless. In this alone I abide. 7.4. The self is not in objects, nor are objects in the pure and infinite self. Because objects is non-living beings.
That's right. How about that?
The self is a living
How about that?
being.
Yeah.
The self is tranquil, free of attachment, free of desire. In this alone I abide.
Look at it. And can I say something in a minute? When I see how the people have been manipulated, Vince Lombardi trophies or O'Brien trophies, that's the basketball, is more important than life itself. And life will go and run up and down the court just to get a trophy that can't speak nor talk, just an object. And just the gratification and the glorification, and now you call yourself a champion. Just look at that and think on that.
Yes,
just think about that.
Comical, yeah.
Just think about it. Just think about that a little bit.
That's right.
Some people have died on the field, died on the court, running up and down the field in the court, just for that trophy.
Okay, 7.5, last one. I am awareness alone. The world is passing show. How can thoughts arise of acceptance or rejection? And where does thoughts arise?
Where, oh where?
From the illusions. If we're a shoreless ocean, where did the shore come in at?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. 8. Bondage and liberation. Trap and caught in a trap and out of the trap.
Yep.
Ashtabara said, 80.1, when the mind desires or grieves things, accept or reject things, is pleased or displeased by things. This is bondage. Think about that. Now you see why we caught in so many traps by the greeds of things, desires of things, whether it's flesh, mellow, or object. Whatever the case may be, you see, it's bondage.
Yeah.
That's why I think why Solomon said, vanity of vanity, all is vanity.
Something about them things, ain't it?
Yeah. Look at in all the big cities today. People would take lie for money. Right now. All this crime going on and killing on in these cities, it's about drugs and money and lust. Mm-hmm. You can't get right. All this is bondage.
Yep, bondage.
That's why Jesus told you better know the truth so you can be free from all that.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't know the truth and you're full of lies, this is the trap.
That's right.
(8.2) When the mind does not desire or greed, accept or reject, become pleased or displeased, liberation is at hand.
Mm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
This is how you become free. When the mind ain't caught up and wrapped up around all them desires and greed. Mm-hmm. This is liberation. Mm-hmm. They use income to trap us. Mm-hmm. Many ways. They use money to trap us. Mm-hmm. Many ways.
Many devices. Mm-hmm.
I wonder why money didn't save the dying man on his deathbed.
Yeah.
Lord desires. (8.3) If the mind is attached to any experience, this is bondage. Mm. What you thinking about? What's on your mind?
Yeah.
What you experience.
Mm-hmm.
Is it good or bad? It's bad because I got a problem. It ain't just Houston has a problem, but Georgia as well. When the mind is detached from all experience, this is liberation. In other lesson we were studying about attachment, it says, unattach all these things that you're attached to. We attach to many things: clothes, cars, money, home, drugs, alcohol, friends, you name it. Some of us can't even stand to be alone. They just got to have somebody else around. See, this is attachment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you die, nobody with you.
Mm.
But you just got to have somebody around. There have been times I've been in this world around people that didn't see not another person. There's been days that I've never seen another human being. How about that? I bear witness to that now. Yeah, that really happened to me many times.
Mm.
There have been times I ain't seen nobody all day long.
Mm.
Yeah. 8.4. When there is no I, there is only liberation. When I appear, bondage appear with it. Knowing this, it is effortless to refrain from accepting and rejecting. And if you ever notice when some of your people come around, or I or we, sometimes trouble come with it. You ever notice that?
Go with it.
Have you ever noticed that?
Yep, been a part of
Everything
it.
gonna be lovely, doubly, then when they pop up, trouble pop
Trouble
up, come with it.
Trouble
Now,
come
how about
with it.
that? Can we bear witness to that?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Or they'll bring you their problem.
Yeah.
See, this thing is real, man.
Yep, it's real.
And we better pay close attention.
Mm-hmm.
It's so saying, well, what's on your mind, brother? Is it good or bad?
Right. Oh, yes. Indeed.
Bondage and liberation.
Yeah, that's a good
Which
one.
will it be?
Yep. It's like ignorance and wisdom.
Yeah.
Which one would it be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, instruction 9 is detachment.
Mm.
Because that was filled with detachment.
Yep.
What you were just reading.
Yep.
Let's see what else we finna learn. 9.1. Opposing forces, Republican and Democrat,
Yes,
for example.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. Don't leave him out.
And I'll tell you, light and night. Another example. Duties done and left undone.
Mm.
Opposing forces.
Yeah.
When does it end and for whom?
Mm.
Now that's a good question.
It is.
Considering this, be ever desireless. Let go of all things, and to the world turn an indifferent eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
9.2. Rare and blessed is one whose desire to live, to enjoy, to know has been extinguished by observing the ways of men. It can be seen. 9.3. Seeing all things as threefold suffering, the sage becomes still. Remember, we're dealing with the spirit, the mind, and the body. The threefold suffering, the sage becomes still, insubstantial, transient, and contemptible. The world is fit only for rejection. Talking about society.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insubstantial. Every 4 years is transient. And they always debating back and forth, finding no contemptible. No contemption. 9.4. Was there an age or time? Was there an age or time men existed without opposites? Question mark. Leave the opposites behind. Be content with what comes. One word, perfection. Leaving the opposites behind. That's beautifully
that
said.
That ought to tell all the people that right there to leave the governments behind because they ain't about all the governments I see is about murder and killing.
Yeah.
Lying, thieves, and then charge the people taxes.
Yeah.
And then tax them to death, and then take the money and buy more weapons. And then take the money and help other their friends and allies, give them guns and bombs, and then allow them to come over here and speak and address the people. Is that madness?
Yep, that is. Okay, 9.5. The greatest seers, the greatest saints, the greatest yogis agree on very little. Seeing this, who could not be indifferent to knowledge and become still? Question mark.
And that ought to say right there, when you see the Jews behaving the way they behaving, when you see the Muslims behaving the way they behaving, when you see the Christians behaving the way they behaving, and it's all as a body of one, just look what a mess we have.
Creating a mess. Creating a mess for self to dress itself with. 9.6. One who through worldly indifference, through serenity and reason, sees his true nature and escapes illusion, the lower self. Is he not a true teacher? Question mark. That's definitely right. 9.7. In the myriad forms of the universe, see the primal element alone. You will be instantly free and abide in self. And that primal element is the zero. This is how we get back to self, by nothing Getting through death.
Mm-hmm.
9.8, desire. Oh, because you was reading about how the mind attach itself with desire. Desires creates the world. Desire creates the world.
Think about it.
That's the lower self.
Yeah.
Renounce it. Renounce desires, and you renounce the society. Now you may live. That's most beautiful.
Ain't that beautiful?
As you are.
As you are. When you think about as you are not, as you are, and then when them desires come in, kicks in, now you goes after that. But you back off and leave them desire alone, then you won't have no problem. When you stop and think, what gets everybody in trouble, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, and wife, ain't a thing but desire. It breaks up happy homes. You be running from men to men and women to women. All because of desire, flesh desire.
That's right.
That's why men cheat on their wives.
Yep. Flesh desire.
Flesh desire. Like if she ain't flesh. But your mind's so poisoned, you've been snake bit and the venom done spread all over through your bloodstream.
That ain't good. That ain't good.
That ain't good.
That ain't good. That ain't good.
See, when you connect and penetrate, you asking for trouble.
That is asking for trouble.
All right. 10, quietude. As Tavara said, 10:1.1, give up desires. Ooh, I can't do that. Go sell all that you have. All I can think about the rich dad.
Hey, that story, dude, that parable part right
there.
there.
Go sell all you have, give up all this desire, and follow me. Oh, no, Jesus.
He had to rethink that thing.
Jesus, let me think on
The
that.
desires were two desires.
Jesus got to go. He ain't got time to wait on you to think. He done told the truth, done told you what to do, but you just can't accept that.
He couldn't come to the zero.
And if you go and tell the rich people today, all the millionaires, to sell what they have, to give them what they have, they ain't gonna give it up.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do it.
No.
They ain't gonna do it.
They'll rather give their life before they give up their wealth
Yep.
and all the material things they have. That's why they buy more and they get more and they can't get enough. Boast about how much money they got and how much they have and won't help nobody.
That's how you know. No love in their heart. They ain't gotta hide yourself.
That's right. That's what that is. That's what that is.
And as the Moorish, our Moorish Holy Quran says, the body of desires, the lower self, is a reflection of the higher self.
Which is the enemy. Desire is your enemy and you don't know that. Give up prosperity, which is born of mischief and good works. Be indifferent. You know, when you go around people and they all meat eaters and you don't eat meat, you feel good just to be indifferent. Knowing once upon a time you was a flesh eater and a meat eater. 10:2 said, 10.2 said, look upon friends, lands, wealth, houses, wives, gifts, and all apparent good fortune as a passing show, as a dream lasting 3 or 5 days. Well, how about this? This I know. You can lose your friends. You can lose your land. You can lose your wealth. I've known people to lose their houses, their wives, and the thief broke in the house and stole the gifts. You lose all that. It comes and goes. But truth, the everlasting life, that's what we should be seeking for. Take this life and seek everlasting life. That's what we're supposed to be doing, using this life to achieve eternity. Everlasting life. That's what he was talking about. That's what Jesus was speaking about in all the prophets. But we caught up in this life. .3, where there is desires, there is the world. Be firm in non-attachment. Be free of desires. Be happy. This is how you find happy. Without all that I've read. And we do know we caught up in friends, land, wealth, houses, wives, and gifts. Look how a person act when you bring them a gift or give them something. You see, huh? What it does. .4, bondage and desire are the same. You say, well, how can that be? You're in the jailhouse and you can't get out. You're in the jailhouse of desires and you can't get out. That's why it's the same.
Yeah.
Same trap. You cannot be in jailhouse, but you can run from here to there, A and B, and still be in jail. The jail of desire. Destroy desire and be free. Only by detaching from the world does one joyfully realize self. Mm-hmm. Makes sense, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
10 and 5. You are one. Awareness itself. The universe is neither aware nor does it exist. Even ignorance is unreal. What is left to know? 10.6. Attached as you have been to the kingdom, to kingdoms, sons, wives, bodies, pleasures, life after life. Still, they are now lost forever. Look at that. Mm-hmm. You read in scripture where it says that the old kingdom had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Say, how can the kingdom pass away? And we know we see fathers burying their sons. And people losing their wives. And people's body can't go no more. We experience these things. That ought to tell us something else. When the body get where it can't hardly go no more, and people being on the sick bed and they can't go, that ought to tell them something. That the body ain't all what it all hyped up to be. But yet, old muscle man. 10.7. Prosperity, pleasure, highest deeds, enough. In the dreary forest of the world, a man finds no rest. Can you imagine being in New York where they said a city that never, the people that never sleep go to sleep? Got plenty desires they has to offer you, and that's why. Plenty pleasure. $10.8. For how many lifetimes have you done hard and painful labor with body, mind, and speech? Question mark. It is time to stop.
Painful labor.
You know, most of every road we travel and go down, there's a stop sign somewhere.
Yeah.
This says stop.
Yeah,
It's time to stop.
Yeah.
It's time to stop. Every road you travel, you get to a stopping place.
Come to a stop. Somewhere on the road.
Somewhere on the road. It's telling us something.
Mm-hmm. It's so different.
Life the same way. All the roads of life, the turn, the left, the right, the left, the hills, the valley, the plain. It's time to stop.
So it's time to stop the hard and painful labor. And the next instruction is wisdom. Instruction 11.
What they got to say about this.
11.1. Well, no, it's 1 o'clock. We just hit, so we'll start on. Yeah.
Okay. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
already.
just that quick.
Them 2 hours flew by fast, man.
Just that quick. Yep.
Goodness, gracious, it's 101.
Yep.
4 times fly when you're having fun. Boy, that's a good one to start.
Yeah, that's a good one to start on. We'll be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close our divine meeting in the name of our divine creator, Allah Sufion. Peace and love. Al Wadu.
Al Wadu.
That sure enough did come quick.
Boy, my time flew by today.